YouTube. So this is Mike McKinstry with Bassquatch Hunter TV. You are watching episode 19 of Bassquatch Hunter TV live. It's pretty sweet. So as you can see, the scenery has changed. Right now I am in what used to be my recording studio for my music. Right now I am in that room because this is the future home of my Coffee with Bassquatch series videos. As some of you guys saw on Facebook last week, I talked about how I'm moving my studio up here, which as you can see by the shape of the ceiling, this is a roof. So this is my upstairs. I still have a lot of my music stuff here. I have music stuff surrounding me. I have guitars and keyboards and bass guitars over here. If I turn this around, you can see that I have storage like crazy everywhere for my music stuff. So it's not done yet. This is a work in progress. This is the first step to me moving my studio up here, is me putting the desk and the chair and the lighting and the camera. So step one is done. So someone comment on this video, by the way. Let me know how the audio is, because I'm not used to doing a live video up here. My camera's a little bit farther away than I'm used to, so let me know. Someone comment, how is the audio? Can you guys hear me clearly? Am I talking loud? Is it like perfect volume? Too quiet? What's up, John Bolton? Thank you, sir. Audio is clear. So it is definitely harder to see comments from this far away. I wonder if I should move it close. Let me move it a little bit closer. There. That should be a little bit better. Now I can at least see comments a lot easier. So the super chat is turned on, so you can donate to the channel and help us do what we do and help us keep on improving by clicking the $ and then typing in any dollar amount you want. Every little teeny bit helps, so thank you, John Bolton, for always being a good supporter and donator to the channel. So today's going to be a fun one. Today is going to be fun. Episode 19. So that's 19 weeks of you guys supporting and listening to my live video podcasts. So, the first thing we're going to go over, and this is a good one. I'm glad you guys are here watching this, because you're not going to want to miss this one. Hey, what's up, Milton? How you doing, man? You guys are not going to want to miss this video, because this will be a lot more entertaining, I guess, than some of my previous episodes. So, first thing I want to go over is Bassquatch clothing. Bassquatch clothing was a side project I started last year, where I was trying to offer new apparel and some cool ideas and stuff. Not trying to change the industry or reinvent the wheel, just kind of put it out there for people to try out new stuff. Like this shirt was one of the most popular designs. I ended up losing track of it because I got so busy doing everything else, and I've been in the apparel business for over 12 years, and it's one of those things that if you don't have time to really dedicate to it, it's really hard to keep up with the new trends and promote and fulfill orders. And I found myself falling behind a little bit with shipping out products on time and keeping inventory together. So what I decided to do is I decided to go through a third-party company now. So I just relaunched BassquatchClothing.com. Like literally like a half hour ago, I just finished what I was going to do for the day. I have a lot more to do on it tomorrow. But if you go to BassquatchClothing.com, there is some new stuff. So the Wacky Fisherman, what's up? So this shirt design is not on there yet. So this one's not on there yet, but there's some new ones on there, some really cool things on the site. So if you go to BassquatchClothing.com, there's coffee mugs now, which I just ordered one myself because I can order from my own store, just like you guys do, because it's through a third party. I don't make them myself anymore. So like this shirt, I printed myself. Anybody else out there who has a Bassquatch shirt, I literally printed them myself. Like my hands went across the silk screen and printed these myself. All the hats, the Bassquatch hats, I didn't embroider them because we had machines that do it, but the shop I used to work with did all those hats, so I was in charge of doing the hats, the decals, everything. That's why it became so much work. John Bolton said, are you selling tackle too? Not yet, but there will be some signature. I'll get into that in a minute. Save that. I'll come back to that question, John. So remember you asked that. I'll come back. If you don't hear me mention it in a few minutes, remind me. So now I can go on there and order just like you guys can, and order apparel, which is cool. And I'm not making it anymore. It's all being made from a third party. So that way it's a lot of pressure and stress off of my hands. So it's going to help me out a whole lot. Hey, what's up, Chuck? How you doing, man? So you can go on BassquatchClothing.com now. You can order coffee mugs in 2 sizes. You can order t-shirts in like 11 different colors, long sleeve shirts, toddler shirts, child shirts. The kid shirts say future or Bassquatch Hunter in Training on them. There's women's shirts, long sleeve, short sleeve. There's some hats. So there's some stuff on there right now, but it's all the Bassquatch Hunter TV logo for right now. There's even like a beach towel on there you can buy with the Bassquatch Hunter TV logo on it in a few spots. Tomorrow I'm going to add some more products and some more designs. I'll add this design and this actual shirt on there tomorrow, along with a few other designs. But I'm going to start promoting the Bassquatch clothing again pretty heavily this year because everyone seemed to like it. I just couldn't keep up with it as much, so I quit promoting it. So the other part of I'm going to get to your question now, John. I'm glad I remembered it. The other part is the bait company that I work with. It's called Burn Custom Baits. It's a local Michigan guy, just one guy by himself. It's not a big company. I did that on purpose to stay with a smaller company and have more control over the product and the quality. The guy that I've been working with for over a year now is an amazing guy, great company. It's called Burn Custom Baits again. Me and him worked together last year, designed a signature Bassquatch Hunter pattern for the crankbaits. And they're hand painted. It's an amazing pattern. Any of you guys who have used the Bassquatch Hunter pattern, you guys know that that thing catches fish. It's like a magnet. It attracts large fish. It's just what it does. I keep a square bill in that pattern and a wake bait and a jerk bait of those patterns tied on my topwater, my crankbait, and my jerk bait rods all year long. Like any condition, any state I go to, anywhere I travel to, those baits catch fish. So that being said, what I'm going to start doing is I am going to work with Burn Custom Baits in the next week or so here, and I am going to start selling those baits on my website as well. On the Bassquatch clothing page, you will soon be able to buy the Bassquatch Hunter signature baits, the crankbaits. So it's going to be pretty sweet. So Don, who owns Burn Custom Baits, does not even know about this yet. If he watches this video, it'll be the first time he's heard of it, because I haven't even talked to him about it yet. I just decided I wanted to do it like 2 days ago. I was like, hey, it'd be a good idea. So I'll be doing that. Coffee at 7 o'clock. That's what kind of day I've had. So, BassquatchClothing.com. Make sure you guys go check it out. Let me know what you guys think of it. The other part of today's conversation. Oh yeah, you can get mugs too. So get mugs. I just missed a comment. Front Porch Pickin said crankbait. That is fantastic, Mike. Yes, if you go to Burn Custom Baits website, you can see the Bassquatch Hunter pattern. And that's the one I designed. It's my signature pattern, obviously, but that thing is incredible. So, next order of business. I really thought this video was going to be a lot busier because I did it at 7 o'clock at night. I'm going to hold on 1 second because it's saying very bad connection for some reason, which happens with YouTube every once in a while, so I'm going to make sure the wife's not online. Hey, hon? Erica? What? Will you make sure you turn anything off on Wi-Fi? Yeah. I'm on my video right now, and it's kept on saying very bad connection, freezing. Thank you. Okay, so someone comment, let me know how the connection is, because it's saying very bad connection on my end. So it says looks like it's buffering. See, I was worried about this being a problem. Moving my studio up here was the Wi-Fi. I thought it was mine, ready to smash it. Nope. Is it better now? Okay. Oh yeah, it just got better. There we go. It just came back on too. Okay, so thanks for being patient. Sorry. What I was saying was I thought this was going to be a lot busier because I started doing these at 7 o'clock. So every Monday, I'm going to do these at 7 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I thought it was going to be a better idea to schedule these instead of randomly doing the Coffee with Bassquatch. I've always done them during the day, during the weekdays, and then realized that a lot of people would message me and saying, hey, I couldn't see it because I was at work, or sorry I missed it, or I wanted to be part of the live video and I missed it. So I decided to make this a scheduled normal thing. So now you guys can plan on Mondays at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You can come on in and be part of the podcast and come on and talk for a little while and hear what's going on with Bassquatch Hunter TV. So I thought this would be a lot busier, but either way, I'm thankful for the few that are on the video live, and the ones that missed it will have to play catch up. And yes, this is the Milton mug. This is the mug that Milton got me for Christmas. Hey, there we go. Here's the Bassquatch Hunter Baits from Burn Custom Baits. I forgot he put that picture on there. John Bolton said, I think your #1 fans are here. Yes, and that's all that matters to me. It really is. The fans that actually come on here and support me and that stick with everything I do, those are the fans that I always try to reach the most anyway. It's kind of like sponsorships, where the brands that actually promote me back are the ones that I promote more. The brands that actually help me grow are the ones that I put more work in to help growing as well. So same thing with you guys. The fans that I know follow me and support me, I try to promote them more. The Wacky Fisherman, no support here. I'm pretty sure the Wacky Fisherman, you're Mike Clark, 99%. I forget your name all the time on here, but pretty sure you're the Wacky Fisherman. And I'm also pretty sure that there's plenty of support. So, not worried about that. Anyway, so one of the major topics I wanted to discuss on here was, and it was in the title, and it was sponsors. So I'm not going to go into a long, crazy, lengthy talk about how to get sponsors, how to keep sponsors, how to work with sponsors. I've done so many of those videos, and they seem to cause more problems than they do help, from what I found out. For some reason, they always start drama and arguments and fires, but I wanted to kind of reiterate something that got brought up to me today, and it kind of took me back a little bit. So I wanted to make sure, after I had a phone call today, when I hung up the phone, I told myself I'm going to talk about this in my video tonight. I'm going to have to bring this up somehow because it's a topic that I think needs to be talked about. So most of you guys know who I'm sponsored by, what brands I work with, what brands I don't work with, and what brands I believe in. A lot of you guys don't realize some of the brands you hear me promote and hear me talk about are brands that I just believe in as a customer. I don't actually work with them. I'm not sponsored by them. They don't give me anything in return. Or if they do, it's like a discount. Like it's something that's not even worth me actually working really hard to promote. But I still do because I'm a fan and I'm a good customer. So that's how I kind of got started in this business to begin with, is I started promoting brands that I believed in as a customer. And then they would approach me after a while and say, look, dude, you're promoting a lot more. You're not just a normal customer anymore. You're doing a lot of work. And then that's kind of how we start discussions. So sometimes people get the impression that I promote specific products because of money, or I get paid over another product. So here's an example. Let's say I'm going to call out two people on here because I consider them both friends and fans of the show. So I feel like they'll understand if I use their names on here. So 2 people in a second here I'm calling out, so please don't take it personally. So Milton and John, just the first 2 names I thought of. So if Milton and John, 2 totally different people, they're in 2 totally different parts of the country. One's up here, one's down here. two totally different kinds of fishermen, two totally different age bracket. Like, they couldn't be more opposite from each other as far as locations and everything like that. So let's say John came up to me and said, "Hey Mike, I'm really curious what fishing pole I should buy. What do you think?" And I would say, like I always do, well, what are you looking for? Like, what are you fishing for? What's your major like species you go after? What kind of lakes do you fish? What kind of baits do you use? Are you only going to have one pole, or is this going to be an extra pole in your arsenal? Because that makes different recommendations possible. If you have 15 rods, obviously I can recommend a very specific rod for what you're using. If you only have one rod, that's all you plan on using, I'm going to suggest something that's very general that you can use for everything. If you're fishing heavy cover all the time and you're fishing for reds and tarpon, obviously it's a totally different kind of fishing rod. If you're fishing for perch and walleye only, obviously you can use a lighter axe. So I mean, there's different scenarios. So if John came up to me and said, "I'm looking for a rod, what do you suggest?" I would obviously, first and foremost, I would suggest FX fishing rods, because it's a brand I'm sponsored by, it's a brand I work with, it's a brand I believe in, and most importantly, it's a brand that I think is actually going to benefit him because it'll work for what he's using. So I would say FX rods, but I would find out which one of their rods would fit him the best. Now, if John came back to me and said, "Yeah, that sounds great, those rods sound awesome, but I only have like $30 to spend. I can't spend $130 on a rod. I only have $30. Then I would obviously, instead of recommending an FX rod, I would say, dude, I would check out Bass Pro, look at Cabela's, look at all these stores, look for the clearance section. Here's some brands that might work, or you can go to Walmart and get an ugly stick. I used an ugly stick for 20 years and it was fine. You know, they've changed quality over the years. Obviously, they're not as good as they used to be, but you can easily catch fish and get by. My wife fishes with a $35-$40 fishing rod, I think it is, or less even, and she does fine. But she doesn't use it as much as I do, obviously. But the point is I'm not going to recommend a brand just because I'm sponsored by them. Okay, that was weird. So, sorry about that, guys. I'm losing signal up here. This is something I'm going to have to work out. I'm going to have to rewire another router up here. So, is everyone seeing me back? Am I back, or am I still off? It says live stream offline still. So, I'm confused. Somebody post on here. Can you guys see me and can you guys hear me? Okay, it's back on, so we're good. So you guys are all back. You guys can hear me. You guys can see me. Okay, good. All right, so sorry about that. I'm gonna have to rewire some internet up here. I might have to put a Wi-Fi router up here before I officially move my studio. I'm redoing the background. It's not going to be music and stuff because this is not a music talk. So I'm going to have to redo all this back here, which is why I've been collecting old fishing rods. Anyway, let me finish what I was talking about because I want to get on this topic and I really want to finish this topic on here. Nolan Logue, how you doing, buddy? So Nolan Logue is actually my cousin. Who's super into fishing, a super good kid, and I'm actually excited because this year I want to take him out on a kayak and take him fishing. Anyway, so what's up, Nolan? How you doing, man? Welcome to the chat. So back on topic. Sorry for the interruption. My Wi-Fi is screwing up here, but so what I was talking about was even Feel Free, the brand that makes my kayaks. They know that I promote other brands if it fits the situation. And that's something they are fine with because they rather me be a good ambassador of the sport than be a salesman for the brand. And that's the difference between a lot of people who are sponsored or pro staff by a certain brand is if someone asks, what rod do I get? Everyone throws out the brand that they want to work with or they work with already. And it's not always the most truthful answer, I guess, or the best answer for people. So that being said, I gave you guys an example of if John asked me for a rod, what I would say. Now, let's say Milton comes up to me and says, hey, I want to buy a new fishing rod. I fish for bass. I fish mostly zero cover. It's open water. And I do finesse fishing, but I'm on the water 5 days a week. I use my rods a lot. I need a good warranty. I need a good rod. I need it to last. And I have 10 other rods. So I would recommend a higher end rod, and I would say FX rods, but a higher end rod because he can use it more. So John just said saltwater, same idea. If you come to me and say you fish saltwater and you ask my recommendation of a fishing rod, I'm going to recommend FX rods because they can use for saltwater. But if you're fishing for tuna, if you're fishing for Goliath grouper, you're going to need something way beefier than a bass rod. So the point is that some people, and I've heard this lately, which is why I'm bringing this up. Some people get confused. There's brands that I promote because I love the brand, I love the product, I'm a good customer, and I think it will help people. There's other brands that I promote because I'm sponsored by them, they pay me, but most importantly, I do believe in their product as a customer, and I think it'll help people. So if I promote two brands in the same category, 99% of all my sponsors completely understand it's how I work. They completely respect that's how I work as well, because like I said, they'd rather me be a good ambassador of the sport than be a good salesman to one company, because people can see right through that. And I'd rather be honest, I'd rather have integrity, I'd rather be loyal to the sport than any brand and anything. Money is not nearly integrity, and it never will be. No matter what dollar amount someone offered me, I will never sell out somebody, I'll never screw someone over. I have sponsors that, not even sponsors, I have brands that I work with that don't even pay me, and I still promote them. And I have brands that do pay me, and I still promote. Like, most people don't know the difference. The point is, most people don't know the difference of which brands I'm sponsored by, which brands I work with on other terms, which brands I'm just a loyal customer and like promoting the brand, stuff like that. I'm getting a very bad connection again. I'm still live. I just can't get Wi-Fi upstairs for some reason. I have no idea why it's cutting off. I'm closer to my router upstairs. I am. As soon as this reconnects, I'll finish the video. So let me know if you guys are back. Hey, we're back. Jeez. Okay, so I walked downstairs back to my normal studio because I can't get service upstairs to stay. I have no idea what's going on, and I have no idea why upstairs I'm actually closer to my router than I am down here, which is weird. So, I came back down here, so I'm back in my studio room, but now I'm holding my phone, which is why it's kind of shaky, and the lighting's terrible. Because my lighting's upstairs. Let me finish this thought really quick, and then we'll move on, because I don't want to keep on losing reception and keep on having to do this back and forth. So all I'm trying to get at is, if you guys see me promote two products that are in the same area, it's because one product is for somebody and one product is for somebody else.